So what is the derivative of f of x equals e to the x using first principles? Let's start out with the equation for first principles, right? F prime of x is equal to the limit of h approaches 0, f of x plus h minus f of x all over h. There's multiple different variations of this, but this is one of them. So now let's substitute this into this. So the derivative is equal to e to the x with this. That means we just put x plus h up here. So we have the limit h approaches 0 of e to the x plus h minus f of x, which is what we already have, all over h. Then we're going to try to split up this one into e to the x times e to the h minus e to the x all over h. Now we have e to the x in both terms, so we can factor it out. E to the x times e to the h minus 1 over h. Next, we have e to the x isn't affected by this, so we can just take it out of the limit entirely. At this step, if we plug in, we end up with e to the 0 minus 1 over 0, which is the same as 1 minus 1 over 0, which is the same as 0 over 0. So if you know L'Hopital's rule, you can do this no problem. But we're going to avoid doing that, because usually if you're doing first principles, you usually don't know L'Hopital's rule yet. So think about how we can solve this. E is equal to the limit as n approaches infinity of 1 plus 1 over n to the n. This is just this general definition. If we take this and we sub in h equals 1 over n, e is equal to the limit n going to infinity implies that h approaches 0. 1 stays the same. 1 over n is equal to h. And n, if we flip this one, right, 1 over h equals n. So this is 1 over h. Now, let's come back to the main problem. E to the x, what is h approaches 0? We're going to sub this in for e to the h. The limit is already here, so we don't need to include that. We can just put 1 plus h to the 1 over h, all to the h. There's 1 on the outside. Minus 1 over h. F prime of x equals e to the x. What is h approaches 0? These two exponents, since they're applied to each other, we can just multiply them, and h times 1 over h is just 1. So we have 1 plus h to the 1 minus 1 over h. This one, we can just ignore it and go away. And we can get rid of the brackets, because 1 plus h minus 1 doesn't matter. You do it in the same order regardless. 1 plus h minus 1, you get the same answer no matter what. F prime of x equals e to the x. What is h approaches 0? 1, we have positive 1 over here, negative 1 over here. So that becomes 0. And we have h over h. F prime of x equals e to the x. Limit is h approaches 0. H over h is just 1. And then we get our final answer as just e to the x. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. You should like and subscribe for more videos, and leave a comment if you have any questions.